Our first chord in the key of G is the G major chord, and if you've ever played the guitar, you'll notice that you use the same finger positions as the D chord on the guitar. Your index finger holds the 3rd string at the 2nd fret. Then with your middle finger, you'll hold down the 1st string at the 2nd fret. And finally, with your ring finger, you hold down the 2nd string at the 3rd fret. That's the G. Now next up is the C chord, and of course that was the first chord you learned back in lesson 6, so we won't go over it again since you already know it. Our dominant 7th chord for the key of G is D7th, and we'll do it like this. With your index finger, hold the 4th string at the 2nd fret. Then your middle finger holds the 2nd string at the 2nd fret. And that's the D7th chord. And something to notice when you're playing D7th like this is that the transition from G to D7th or D7th to G is made simply by moving your fingers over to the next string. So if you're playing D7th, you need to change to G. You just move your index and middle fingers from the 2nd and 4th strings to the 1st and 3rd strings, like that. And if you're going from G to D7th, you pick up your ring finger, move the other 2 fingers back. It's a real simple transition between those 2 chords. Now some purists might argue that playing the D7th like this, we're missing one of the notes that is necessary for a 7th chord. And it's true, but you really can't tell that it's missing. And it's easier to play than the alternative ways of playing it. You can learn variations to all of these chords later on as you gain more experience, but if you're a beginner, let's keep things simple for now. Okay, let's do the same chord changing exercise that we did for C and F. This time for G, we're going to start with the G chord, then go to C, then to D7th, and back to G. As we did before, we're going to do a 4-count measure. We'll just strum once on the count of 1 to give you some extra time in case you need it. And I'm going to count a couple measures off before we get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. Let's repeat it. G, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3, 4. And G, 2, 3, 4. Again. G, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3, 4. And G, 2, 3, 4. One more time. G, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D7, 2, 3, 4. And G, 2, 3, 4.